Huey?
Huawei
has announced a 3-year plan to expand its role in the AI chip market and reduce its dependence on foreign technology. The strategy includes the release of a new AI chips 950 PR and 950 DT in 2026, followed by 960 in 2027, 970 in 2028. So they have a 5 to 10 year plan to, I don't want to say overtake Nvidia. I guess the goal. That's their goal, and they're laying out, the framework of how that could potentially happen. So obviously, if that happens, that's not going to be good for Nvidia for obvious reasons. So is this something that we start to see potential cracks in the empire?
I could argue if they do have a considerable lead, there would be more American investment to prop it up the same way that we did our space program. But to give the clear answer, do I think that will happen? No. If they were launching a chip that was quantum based, then I would have some concern. But every time a up and coming brand, not saying that Huawei is up and coming because I think some of the tech there is amazing, but they clearly are not the leader in the space. Whenever someone said that they're the Microsoft killer, the Apple killer, they have not panned out to be that. If they were, they would just launch it. So you mean to tell me DeepSeek came and adjusted our market off of a crappy AI product, but then you have a 5 to 10 year plan to overthrow Nvidia with no demo? What's the demo? Show me the PRPS 10. Because I think that the competitor that could beat Nvidia, they're going to show in real time why the chip is superior. I don't believe in companies that have great promises but poor demos. Not saying that Huawei is invaluable. I think Huawei has done a better job than Apple at phone, tablet, AirPod-like products, and they got the car off. But Nvidia is a different monster. No.
Yeah, I'm not buying any of this. I'm not buying any of this.
If they were an Apple killer, for sure. Could be.
Yeah. Now they have surpassed Apple in terms of cell phones in the China market. What we need to know about Huawei in terms of the GPU market specifically is what are they trying to compete with Nvidia at? Right? Like they're not trying to compete with Blackwell. They're not trying to compete with Rubin, which is again Nvidia's 3 to 5 year plan. They're saying, hey, we don't need Hopper, right? Which was what they released in 2022. And America said that they couldn't no longer sell to the Chinese market in any advanced chip further than that. So are they going to come up with alternatives? Of course, they have to. This is why you see Alibaba saying, they should, right? They're not as reliant. Alibaba has done the same, but they're still, if you look, after they announced it, Alibaba said that they're going to develop their own chips. 3 days later, they announced a partnership with Nvidia. 3 days later. This is going to be the leader in the space. I know there will be other people that will try to create for themselves and for their economy. Great. Will it be the superior chip? I don't see it. I just don't see it. The amount of infrastructure that it takes to get to that level, they're 3 to 5 years. If you're trying to catch them, they're still trying to outpace themselves. We talked about the plan of, hey, we hear about these announcements every 12 months. Internally, they're making new products every 6 months. They're already 3 years ahead from what they're talking about now. In fact, they're working now to figure out what's the next thing for 2029. So it's tough to compete or catch that, right? It takes a lot of capital. It takes a lot of infrastructure, right? Huawei is great at some things. Will it be great at all things? No.
It's tough.
Is it a start? Is it a positive start for their economy? I'm sure it is. I don't think it dents NVIDIA's lead at all.
No. Jensen said that NVIDIA's full AI infrastructure package, chip, networking, and data center is so efficient that competitors can price their chips at zero and NVIDIA will still be the better option. Secondly, important business lesson. You have to know who the backing is. So if I was in the 1980s and I went to Def Jam and I had the backing of the Supreme Team, I don't care how good your album was, it's going to be a limit until forces that be. You need to go look at who's backing NVIDIA. That cap table and that bought them EA rights.
Hey, we could go there. We should go there. Let's go there.
Certain companies are selected in like you seeing it with Sam Altman. Everyone's like OpenAI killer, and they got ads running. They've already selected Sam 3 or 4 years, and I was telling you all about it, to be the next new tech darling. So much so they let him steal that shit from Elon. and Elon can't do anything in court about it other than Bill Grok and XAI, which both are fantastic, but they're not OpenAI. Sometimes behind the scenes, the next leader gets selected before the consumer decides who they're going to vote for.
Yeah, did you see OpenAI's announcement today?
Yep.
The OpenAI pack. Yeah,
I hear
OpenAI. So, like, for those not in, OpenAI announced the OpenAI Academy.
it's over with.
And so, what OpenAI Academy is they have created prompts so that you can use it in a number of industries: IT, human resource, education, sales, finance. They're giving you the prompts to help you use it to help elevate your business. I read it. I looked. I said, wow.
It's over. Vince Carter, it's over. And on top of that, I hear more releases for OpenAI that make public airwaves than I do for company 10 through 90 that are tech publicly traded companies. I've never seen something be so blatant in our eyes before they even go public. So by the time they go public, they're building it to be like the new Microsoft. Not saying that they are the new Microsoft, but it reminds me of that runway when Gates was becoming public and he was in mainstream news all the time.
Yeah, this is like this is beyond how to. It's a prompt pack. It's telling you the prompts to ask to get the desired answer.
My best package just puts it every industry.
Yeah, you go to the page and the first thing it says is ChatGPT for any role you can think of.
Hello, then you gonna put more people on payroll for what? So what? Perplexity.
I joined the academy.
At all times, hit the like button and share, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Yeah, what's the deal?